There's only one door there, isn't there? Ah, it's the bloody Hall of Mirrors. It's the bloody House of Mirrors. There's something going on. The spooky joint. Right, here we are.
Here we are.
Monday tea off.
Monday tea off. Beautiful.
Been a little while.
Yeah.
I've taken a couple of weeks off just because, I don't know.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff going on around the place.
It's all happening.
Yep. Been busy. So
Correct.
the Hamilton Island.
Hamilton Island.
Yep.
Was very good. So
average.
you should come up and lose a dozen balls.
Lose a dozen? Nah, not with mine. Okay.
I wouldn't head back in a heartbeat.
Sorry?
I would not head back in a heartbeat. I would go to Tassie before I'd go up there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
I think if you put that golf course, and again, don't get me wrong, it's a good golf course and all, but if you put it in Brisbane with no views, you probably wouldn't think of it's a great course.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get me wrong, there's a couple of really good holes there, but it's more based on what is around it.
Yeah, well. Yeah. Well, look, we've always said the same thing with Vic Park.
Yes.
So it's the views of the city, but if you pick that golf course up and put it somewhere else, it'd be just a golf course.
Just a golf course.
Certainly, there's a couple of holes there that are okay.
Yes.
But there's certainly nothing outstanding.
No. And again, like, Hamilton Island was very, very good, and the staff were great, and like everything was pure. And the course is great, and the location's awesome.
Yep.
I'd probably head to Barnbougle first.
Fair enough.
No, and because I think Barnbougle is, it's very flat, but the golf course are better. I think the layout's better. You don't have to travel on a boat to get over there to then get back, and it only happens once every hour. You know what I mean? So at Barnbougle you could just go around, do whatever you want. Jump in your car, drive down to Bridport into the pub.
Yep.
You could go to the pizzeria and the sports bar and stuff at Lost Farm. Like it's all right there.
Yeah. Look, one of the reasons why a lot of people have a golf weekend or whatever down the coast.
Yes.
Because you get down there, everything's there. All your food's there. All the pubs are there. All the golf courses are there.
Yes.
I mean, really, you plonk yourself in around Tweed or Cooley.
Yeah.
And you're pretty well half an hour, in a radius, you've got what?
Crap tons of courses.
10, 15 golf courses. Do you know what I mean? So, you can see why people, it's purely that.
Yes, so you got to play more than once.
Nothing worse than you finish and go, all right, cool, let's go to somewhere and get something to eat, and then you've got to wait for a barge, and you've got to do this, and do you know what I mean?
And don't get me wrong, like the restaurant and the bar and everything up there is really, really nice up at Hamilton Island. It's just, it's not the cheapest, and I understand why, and that's all good. But, yeah, I don't know, you don't have enough variety, is basically that. Like,
well, like I said, if you look at those other places, look at even some small towns around.
Yes.
Like, even when you go to places like, Newcastle's got a couple of golf courses.
Yes.
Orange has got, what, 3 golf
three.
courses. Like, these regional places. So, even if you go there, like you said, you've got that option. You've got the options of eating.
Correct.
Do I want just a bit of fast food, or want?
Yeah, do I want to sit down, do I want to make my own, whatever, yeah.
Yeah, so you certainly got that variety, don't you?
Yeah.
So I want vegan.
Vegan, yeah, he's turning vegan. And the last time I was down the coast was actually at Lakelands, and that was for the Volkswagen Scramble.
Yes, played right down there.
So I just want to sort of thank it. Well, I don't know who'll be watching, but I played for Sandy Gallop.
Yep.
I played with Katie, Ashley, Brantley, and Marty Manning. So that was the 4 in the group that won up at Sandy Gallop. There was 2 teams, and I was just lucky to be with these guys. And we ended up winning. We ended up winning by 4 shots. So
very good.
Going to the regionals.
Yep.
Well, sorry, going to the nationals.
Nationals, yep.
Whenever that is. There's talk it could be in Melbourne.
Oh, because I've always had it up.
It's always been Twin Waters for a long time.
Yeah. And Twin Waters are very nice.
Oh no, don't get me wrong, it'd still be good to go to Twin Waters, but I had to give a little bit of a speech and had a bit of a chat with Brock, and I said, oh yeah, and sort of can't wait to see everybody up at Twin Waters, and I turn around on Brock and he's like, and I said, well, wherever it's going to be. So it could well be, there's talk it could be in Melbourne. So that'd be lovely. That'd be lovely. So thanks, it was a great team. Fun team.
Yeah,
But that's the type of team you need. So you've got Marty and Brentley. Marty's off +1 or 2, and then you have Brentley off about scratch or 1, and then you had their missuses. So Ashley off 35 or so.
Yeah.
And then Katie off 44. So they could all hit tee shots pretty well and putt pretty well. And then you've got Brentley and Marty who just are way better than I am. So I done very, very little.
Yeah. There is a lot said for how you.
There is some game plan.
The makeup of
the team. It's the makeup of the team and the game plan.
Yep.
So
people think that you just plough out and get a lot of low markers and you'll go okay, but
well, the issue is you might go okay. Like we shot 17 under off the stick at Lakelands. Now, that was very good. Now, would a group of 4, 5 markers or below? Well, you can't really do that, can you? Because you can't have 2 under 10. So I'd say 2 at 11 and 2 under 10.
Yep.
Would you shoot 17 under off the stick?
Well, even if you did,
yeah, that's what I mean. Handicap wise,
now you struggle with your handicap because you're getting 4 and they're getting 8.
Correct.
So there's already 4 shots to make up.
Yes.
So it means that you need 22. Or
that's right.
21.
Yeah.
Well, you need 21 to even match you.
Correct.
And that starts getting really tough.
Very tough.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was great fun.
A birdie a hole is sort of doable.
Yes.
I played in one of the regional finals and we worked out we had to have 23 off the stick.
23 off the stick? Yeah, that would have been.
And if you look at that, that's tough. Like I said, anytime you have to get more than a birdie a hole.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
You're really struggling.
Well, we shot 17 under off the stick with a par and 2 eagles. Do we have 2 pars? We might have had 2 pars. Yeah. So and again, like that's the girls putted great, and so the boys. But that's literally what it comes down to is the putts.
Oh, if you can have someone on the day that's just.
We would have hold 3 or 4 putts outside of 30 feet.
Yeah. Well, you know yourself, like how often you walk away from round golf and go, look, I didn't play too bad. And when you actually truly break it down, it probably hasn't necessarily been your driver or your irons. You look at it and go, what about those 2 little putts?
Yeah, those two 6-footers or whatever. Yeah.
You take out 2 shots and now suddenly instead of hitting 1 over, you've got 1 under.
Correct.
Like,
yeah.
It doesn't take much. It's very, very fine.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But yeah. So the course vlog prior was Hamilton Island, and the next one coming is Pacific Golf Club.
Yep.
So Pacific we did with Zach Chipperfield. So Zach Chipperfield was at Pacific Harbour.
Yep.
Who Richo went to or at the regional finals at Pacific Harbour.
Yes.
He had Zach on his team.
Yeah, we had Zach's
as the pro.
Yeah, very good player.
Very good player.
You can.
Yeah, just watch it.
You can see on it. Yeah. Zach's very good, very solid. Hits good ball, plays really well.
Doesn't play very much anymore, but you can still see that.
No.
There's plenty of brilliance still there.
Yep.
But just crazy.
The sort of for one of those sort of the Holden Scram sort of pro that you need on your team.
Yeah.
A bit like yourself, like solid but
hits it pretty long, pretty straight.
Becomes part of the team.
Yeah.
Like
it's
I think that's the thing is when you can get a pro that like just sort of fits in with the team and very quickly picks up like where you need to go.
Who's what, where, who's got what strengths where.
We're going to putt with old mate to start with, and then this is how we're going to go, and bits and pieces. And the same thing.
Yes.
Where you can look at it and go, you know what, mate, you hit such a good 5-wood, right, we're just going to let you tee off first on those shorter holes or the holes of dog leg.
Yeah.
So now we got 1 in play.
Yes.
No, and like I said, it picks up the makeup of the team very well rather than and fits in very well, and that's what you need.
Yeah,
Like
because I basically hit in the middle. I putted in the middle, and I hit basically second last.
Yep.
Because second last or Marty Manning had +2 mark or whatever, just brilliant. Like
Yep.
every shot that we didn't hit, great.
Yep.
He was the one that in the end hit the
But
shot.
the pro doesn't always have to go
No,
last.
No.
Like people always think that they sort of have to. I think you can sort of vary it round a little bit.
Well,
Joe, I think
you try to take pressure off the players, I
Zach
think.
on a couple of those days where he's looked at it and gone, do you know what, I'm going to go a driver on here.
Yeah.
Right? We go, all right, cool. Well, how about you go a driver and then we can look at it from there.
That's right.
So he's got no pressure on him going first.
No.
Plows the driver and you go, cool.
Yeah, well, he puts it wherever, and then you guys decide what you want to do.
Yeah, or he goes, oh, I didn't quite take that corner enough, and you go, all right, cool. Well, we can go a bit further left.
Yes.
Or, you know, so like I said, it does vary. The same thing with some punting. When the walks up and goes, oh look, I've got this, I'm ready.
Yeah, I'll make it. Yeah, yeah.
Right. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Here you go, and we'll just follow. So.
Correct.
But
But
no,
no,
it's good.
Zach's
Good
good,
fun.
and Pacific was great too. So
Yep.
that's the first time we've been out there for a little bit. I know we had Chris, Tom, Ryan, and Wade done a video maybe a year or so ago.
Yep.
When they could get out, so that was good. But yeah, no, Zach was great. We had us two, Zach and Jace.
Yep.
So that was good fun.
Yep. Look,
But Zach's the new golf ops manager out there, or he's basically director of golf out of Pacific now.
Yep. The Prince of Fiji.
The Prince of
Jungle.
Fiji for Jace.
Hey, played a bit of rugby, yes.
He did.
Yeah. We're back playing a bit of rugby.
He's back playing.
Yeah.
I was contemplating the same thing, but I thought, well, we're very similar ages, and if we were to play against each other, I don't think I'd like to be hit by Jace.
Pretty solid.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do it.
Yeah.
I'm too soft, mate.
Yeah. Well, you know,
That's a given.
he is on a wing.
Yeah, exactly. He's the smallest bloke in the team.
There's some pretty big boys amongst those rugby boys.
Correct.
Yes, we did play out there.
We did. Yeah. What do you got? Oh, yeah.
Oh, I
Go-
ran
go
with
with
a
Yes.
new putter grip. So did try that. You can sort of see all so what it's designed to do.
Yeah.
Get your sort of hands a bit more
Opposing.
sort of opposing. Look, give it a bit of a run. You'll see on that one. Look, Joe, I putted reasonable.
Reasonable. Yeah.
Right? Do understand all the tech and keeping your chest open and bits and pieces.
Yes.
Probably really good for some people.
I was going to say for you, it's probably not the best style because your
Yes.
style is a bit more old school, a bit more
Yep.
wristy, a little bit more Nicholas style, whereas this
So-
is trying to get you to
so
be
if you-
more.
If you look at my chipping and putting,
Yes.
I nearly control all my distance with my wrist.
He's a handsy guy.
Yeah. So even with chipping.
Yes.
So if you try and change that, you
change a lot of things.
yeah. So to me, never been a massive big fan of the thicker grips because I feel that I lose
You lose
that
the feel.
sort of that
Yeah.
feel. So it really depends on what sort of putter that you are. You know,
Literally, the putter Richo uses, I think it'd be very close to perfect, right? So it's an answer style, so it's a Newport 2. It's Michael Sims' old putter, just in case anybody wanted to know. With just literally a small, like a standard, like an old school standard grip.
Yep.
Nothing fancy.
Yeah.
That's the Richo action right there. You know, just a little tiny bit of
Yeah.
wristy action. That's you.
Yep.
That's. Whereas I think that's just a little chunky. It makes you use your chest a little too much and your shoulders more than what you would normally do.
What I would normally do.
And so then you get into
So
a bit
for
of
some people, it would really suit.
100%.
It's like a lot of the stuff that comes out. We understand all the tech behind it and everything else.
Yes.
But as you know, it will suit some and it won't suit others.
Yes.
So, like I said, for some people,
Well, speaking of that tech, there's a driver just over there which I'm having a little bit of a muck around with.
but
What's it? Yeah.
we do have another one of these, so we'll probably give it away.
Well, another video coming up in a couple of days will be at least the announcement of our 11,000 sub giveaway. So,
because, yes, so thank you very much, because they did send us 2 of these grips. I've popped one on my old putter.
Yes.
Right? And we'll use it again.
just hold it up. What is that called? Katashi? Is that what it is?
Yep.
With a silver fern on it.
But we certainly do have another one.
Yes.
And I'm thinking that we give that away with something.
I definitely think we give it away.
And that way then someone else can have a go and see what they think.
Correct.
Yep. But like I said, there is a smaller grip, but
Yeah.
they were saying this one, the longer one, balances it better. It doesn't matter whether you spread your hands or keep it together. But,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's okay. Probably used again, like I said, it's for some people it will really suit.
Yes. But that's sort of the whole point, right? There's so many
Yep.
different things that will suit, and that's why you need to get fitted or at least stuff around with things.
Well, try a few different things out, isn't it? Because like you said, there'll be some stuff where you'll go, yeah, I really love that, and some things don't.
And that's what I'm trying out. I'm talking about trying
Wood
out.
cover?
Yeah, wood cover. Yeah, because I'm looking at getting new wood covers for Aussie Golf Reviewer, and I'm thinking maybe we get something like that, just in a different, in our colours.
Yeah.
Do you like this idea, or do you like the more rounded idea?
No,
So do you like that little bit there?
yeah, I don't mind that because
So it's got like a little tag
A
there?
little tab to sort of pull on it.
Yeah, that's just what I was sort of thinking. I mean, in saying that ours are pretty good.
Yeah, no, as been good.
Basically, what I've got here, like if you go back to many years ago, the first time we played Lakelands, many moons ago, a long time ago. I still can't remember when that music used to make me smile.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, that shaft I had was the Tensei White Pro I had in the original Epic Sub-Zero.
Yep.
Played at Lakelands with it. I played other places, but I can just remember the first time we played Lakelands with Jimmy and Softy, and Coralbin the first time or second time.
Yep.
That's the new version with the same shaft, and I'm giving it a bit of a go. I've hit it 4 times. I've done a little bit of testing, but I hit it 4 times on the range the other day and couldn't miss it. I literally hit 4 shots in exact the same spot, exact same shape, and I went, there's 4 shots I haven't hit like that in a row, so when I get in a golf course, it'll go sideways.
Mate, like your ability, I wouldn't think you'd have an air swing.
Well,
Jeez.
Well,
I would have thought you would have played enough golf to, if you swung it 4 times and missed the ball 4 times, I'd be bloody.
it was consistent. I didn't say that were good. No, there are 4 really good shots. Now,
I'd say you've been out drinking.
I think the sim is very good, but this feels so much more forgiving than the sim.
Well, when we tested those,
Yeah.
we thought they were very good.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to give that a bit of a muck around with. So hopefully the vlogs to come, we'll get that in and see what the story is.
It's
But
always good to get them out and
yes, actually play golf with it.
Yeah. I was saying
Because in the testing, very good.
Yeah, testing at the range is okay, but you get into a groove, and if you're on a good groove that day,
Correct.
you look at it and go, oh yeah, no worries, and then you sort of get out on the course, you've got other things to distract you.
Well, yes, a
Like
lot more.
bits and pieces, isn't it? And do you feel confident enough with that driver? And well, you've seen some. Look at some of the ones that have had draw-bys where we've been at the airport, hit the thing's beautiful.
Yes.
Of course, and then get out on the course and you go, yep, and everything's gone like 400 miles left.
And that is Richo's new driver. So you'll see that in the vlog. This will be the first vlog with it in. Now,
Yep.
Talk to everyone about it. It's
Pretty well, we went the standard model.
STZ,
Yep, we
not
didn't go,
the X.
We didn't, because it comes in that and the draw. We didn't go the draw. We felt that the draw was going to go too much left,
Way too far left.
right? And pretty well glad we did get this one.
Yes.
Joe, if I try and work the ball, it definitely wants to go left, but this wants to stay pretty
Very,
straight.
very straight.
Very straight. Even those ones I get a bit lazy and block to the right,
They don't go block slice. Like you hit
no.
one, I think, at Pacific, which was you were trying to cut it and it started right and went right.
yeah, it went right. But
Everything else,
pretty well, aim this where you want to go and just swing.
and it wants to go more left, more easy.
Yep.
Like it doesn't. Like I mean, at Pacific, it was the first time out.
Yeah, yep.
You hit it solidly. Your ball speed's really good, so that's great.
Yep.
Spin rate's really low. Direction wise was a little bit off, and that's just because it's first time out, nothing else. And then you took it out straight after, or a couple of days after we'd done the vlog.
Yep.
At Pacific, and you said you hit it mint.
Yep.
At Virginia, you said you
At
had five
Virginia,
from 5.
5 from 5 fairways by doing the same thing. Not trying to draw it, not trying to move it to the right, just basically line it up, bang,
Hit it.
just swing through. Look, very solid. It's very good. It feels a bit different. Obviously, it's got a little bit stiffer shaft in it.
Yeah, it's a
Right.
little firmer.
A little, but look, really good if you have a look at. So
It's about the same weight
The
as yours. It's a
first-
different profile. It's a little firmer profile overall,
Yep.
but it's about the same weight. You're not losing any club head speed certainly.
Yeah.
Profile is a little bit different. It's not quite as stiff in the tip as your other one. But overall, like, when you catch it, like, and you'll see some of the numbers, like I think 153 or 54 mile an hour ball speed. I think we saw at Pacific one for one shot,
Yep.
which is at least 2 or 3 mile an hour quicker than I've seen Richo hit in forever, ever maybe.
Yeah. To me, it was trying out something that was a little bit newer.
Yeah.
Right. That we felt that, like you said, didn't have to hit it another 100 metres. It went
Yeah.
above 100 metres.
Of course.
But the idea was that will we get a driver in my hands where once you get used to it, you're just gonna get a lot more consistency.
More
out of it.
stability.
And
I
to
feel that's
me-
where Mizuno's done a great job with that, is how stable it is.
It just wants to pretty well go straight.
Yeah.
Like it just, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, you start
Like,
directions
yeah.
a bit off of Pacific. That's the big thing, is because you're like, well, where is it going?
yep.
And the ones you did cream were like, holy crap, the ball speed's up, spins
And I think
way
it's,
down.
I think it's that, wasn't it? Like where you go, do you know what? I'll aim to the left because it might slice.
Yeah, what's it going to do?
What's it gonna? Because you don't, because I didn't take it to the driving range
Correct.
once I got it. So, as where I'd had the opportunity with the Emil Bahama
Yes.
to take it a couple of times to the driving range, so you could look at it and go, all right, cool, this is where I need to aim.
Yes.
So when you get onto there, but you can see that it's pretty solid.
Yeah.
I think it'll be really good. I think there'll be.
We'll give it a few weeks and a few months and a
Yep.
few times out
Yep.
on course, but certainly you've seen
But-
very solid changes.
Yeah.
I think it's just forgiving. I think that's the big one. Is
I-
it's probably a little more friendly than your other one.
Yeah. I feel that, just pick your spot you want to hit it to, and basically just hit it to it.
Yeah.
If it does move, it's very
Yeah,
little.
It's very little.
Might be a little bit of a draw. Might be a little bit. I think, was it the second or third hole?
Second hole.
The second hole
Yeah, Pacific.
at Pacific.
Yeah.
Like that was probably,
Well, that
Great to
we didn't get any shot tracer stuff on that one, but that was a bolt straight slight fade. Like it just,
it just went.
everyone was like, "Whoa!"
exactly where I wanted it to go.
Yeah, it was pure.
Yep.
And that's all you can ask for, right? Like that, and especially when you do miss hit it, you just want something that goes relatively where you want it to go.
Yeah. Yep. And like I said, that's what we've sort of said what it's all about. Like, it's hard to play good golf when you hit three in the water.
Yes.
Like, but I feel with this that, like I said, as long as they don't massively set up to
Well, you've been
slice it,
you generally get
Right.
really strong and shut, and then
Yep.
you shut the face even more with that. You
Yep.
just don't
but
have to.
No. Yep, just basically aim the club face
Swing
and swing through. But what I've seen so far, really great drive. They've done a great job.
Yes.
And like I said, very interesting. So when you look at the whole thing, you're not always going to get the same feel out of every driver that you get because they're all slightly a bit different, right?
Yeah.
But very interesting when you go, because easy to walk in for someone like myself and someone goes, yeah, you normally slice the ball, cool. Do you know
Go
what?
straight to a draw
Straight
bias.
to the draw
Yeah.
bias. Not necessarily always that. And don't get me wrong, we did hit the draw bias.
No, I know, but
Right.
after we mucked around with a few different shafts,
Yes.
that was the big thing, is that we didn't. I didn't want to go to a draw bias if we didn't have to.
Yes, and you end up with that, if you get the draw bias and then the wrong shaft, it goes full,
It goes, yeah.
and you have no control over it. Like Al said, still have, you'll see one of the ones at Woodford,
Yes.
right towards the end there, I think it was about 16th or something.
Yes.
Still had the ability to be able to go,
Yeah.
I need to fade this
And
in.
hit a bit of a cut.
and hit. So, and that's what you want. You don't want to get rid of everything because that's what you end up with is that
Well, you're used to moving the ball to the right, so we don't want to make it go straight to draw all the time.
No.
Because then it's like, where do I aim?
because there is some times where you go, do you know what? I just want to hit that scabby.
You just
little
want to hit the
fade,
shot that you're used to hitting.
hit that scabby little fade and move down. And look, the same thing with irons.
Yeah,
I
correct.
think it's good to be able to move them, but the same thing if you can't move. that one where you go, do you know what? I'm going to aim left of the pin,
Yes.
and just let it fade in.
Yes.
And if you lose that, suddenly you're aiming left of the pin, and then you're missing the green.
Yeah, correct.
Like,
Well, that's sort of the thing with that is it probably finishes more left than it does right of the line, but when you hit a good
Yes.
one, it will sneak slightly right still.
yep. But it's very
Sam Byrne one's on the PGA Tour this year,
Yep.
just today. So that was brilliant. How did Hannah Green finish in the ladies? She didn't.
I'm not sure.
Hoju Kim, right? Okay, so she won by the looks of that. It's all happening. Very, very good. Yeah, it looks like Hannah Green was right up there, and just missed out by the looks of it.
So, if you are looking at a driver, definitely try and track down someone that, like, obviously a really good fitter.
Yeah,
Right?
try to.
Someone that you feel comfortable to talk with and talk about your game.
Yes.
Like, you know, there's no point coming to you and going, yeah, mate, I hit a dead straight 300 metres.
Yeah.
Right? You really want to be able to say, this is, or this is what I want.
Yes.
I want to be able to draw the ball, or do you know what? I really like to fade it a little bit, or do you know what I mean?
Correct.
So if you get all that information together, then hopefully you'll get fitted pretty well. But do you know what? I think the shaft's really good on that. I think the head choice was good.
I think so too.
Do you know what? Well, look, for me, there's not going to be much difference between any of the new drivers. You go and test them all, you
yeah.
might get a couple of more meters, right? It's about making sure that you've got a driver that's reasonably consistent,
Yes.
and most of the new ones are. Don't get me wrong.
I don't see a
they're-
bad one out there.
There's what, half a dozen to 10 drivers that really, you know, with the right shaft, you could probably play any of them.
But you could definitely
Whether
play
you
it
go,
in.
whether you go to Callaway, TaylorMade, the Strixon's a good driver,
Yeah.
the Mizuno, what else is? in
Yeah, the
major
Callaways,
brands?
the Taylor's
Like-
okay. Again,
Like the Ping's a
the
good
Ping's
driver.
very solid.
So if you look at all those, as long as
The
you get,
Wilson, the D7 stuff is
Yeah.
again still very
Yep,
good.
Yep. So whatever you get, as long as you get the shaft that fits you, you go okay.
There's always more to it, right? So because we did muck around with plenty of different shafts for you,
Yep.
and the one that came out there the best was that one there, which is somewhat closer to what your shaft is than the other ones we mucked around with.
Yes. Yep.
Because those other ones were a little too stiff. So we actually went the real Ventus in 60S, so the 63 4 gram,
Yep.
which is a little heavier than Richo's, but the profile is a shitload stiffer overall.
Yeah.
And look, it was good, but it was dark diving hard. Like it was left of left of left of left of left,
Yeah. Yep.
which again you would adapt.
Yeah.
But the whole point is not adapting too much.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, we're just on camera. What's going on?
What is this?
I don't know. What is this? I don't know. Kids and technology. I tell you what. Hey. Yep. Yep.
Like you got us old people.
Yeah, like these old people could
On
deal with it.
top of it.
Yeah,
So-
Jesus. Right, I got one question here from Daniel C. It's from
beautiful.
it's from a little while ago. It's about
Yep.
reshafting irons versus new irons. He says he's got a set of I200s, love them, but the shafts feel a little loose in the heads of the long irons. So loose as in coming out or soft.
Yep.
Either way, it's like the question is, should you reshaft them, new shafts, or get a new set?
All right, cool. So the I200s, they're not that old.
No, they're not that old. The 210s are out now, but they're about to be replaced. The I210s.
Yep.
So they're what, 4 years old maybe?
Um,
Great set of irons. Really, really good set of irons. Now, if you got the money, spend it. At least go out and test to see if it's worth doing anything.
yeah, and
But
and the same thing if you can find someone that can shaft fit you,
yeah,
right? And they'll have a look at your clubs. I'm sure that if you had a hit with a couple of them, you'd go, yeah, they're going to fall off or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
you'd
certainly.
soon get that feel. But you know, if I can see the point, if you really like the heads, to get then shafts that are going to suit you.
I suppose depending
But
on the
if you're
shaft, you're
gonna-
still looking at $100 a club. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You start looking around $100 a club, and so I don't want to dodgy, rubbish some people, but some people are a bit dodgy when it comes to just swing weighting. Most people don't have swing weight scales, and so
Yeah.
then it's like, well, you're just bunging shafts in without tip weights and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, it can get a bit average from time to time.
And yeah, yeah. So if you just bought the set of heads and you're going to go and get new shafts in them, there's plenty of people that could fit you to some good shafts.
The shaft wise is definitely fine, but then let's saying about swing weighting, because not all heads are incrementally or increasing or decreasing correctly. So let's say you have a 37-inch 7-iron, which is standard 7-iron length of practically all companies. You have a certain head weight, 236 odd grams, or let's say that's the number. So as you go longer, so let's say you go to the 6-iron, it'll be half an inch longer, which means if all things are equal at the same head weight as the 7-iron, it'll be 3 points in swing weight heavier, which means you need a head weight that's approximately 6 grams lighter than your 7-iron to get it to swing weight correctly. But let's say it's 5 grams or 4 grams, so that means you then need to put an extra gram or 2 or 3 in the head, or take it away in the grip, or you need to balance it correctly. So that's where you need to watch out for, because most people just go bung them out, bung them in, cut them to length, and then you'll have swing weights that are different.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a bit of a pain, but there's plenty of guys that do good jobs of doing it. So that's why you need to find those people.
Yeah. I do get your point. I suppose you pay another $1,000 to get them reshafted, or $800 or something, and then have them go.
Ooh. And don't get me wrong, companies aren't, like, as in the companies building them aren't perfect either. But they will generally be closer than just a club pro just banging the shafts in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yep. I do.
Yeah.
I do it. Yep.
So yeah, you need to be careful, but definitely test out new irons, mate.
Yep.
Like go test them out and see if it's worth it, and then decide from there.
Yep.
So
yep. And then, like I said, I suppose you weigh up that cost, don't you?
Yeah.
Like I said, if you're starting to spend $1,000 and you look at it and go, wow,
I can spend another $500 and get brand new, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
And they're better or whatever. Yeah, that's something that you need to test, because like I always say to people, if you've got the money, spend it. Christ, like if the money isn't an issue and you're thinking about it, and you go for it, whatever. But if you go,
I mean, plenty of pro golfers just reshaft their irons.
Oh, well, of course.
So it's not it's not necessarily a problem. I think what's his name, Steve Elkington, had the same until they disappeared on a flight.
Yeah.
He had the same iron heads for like 20 years.
Yeah.
And they've been reshafted 3 times or whatever.
Again,
slightly different shafts. As he got older, obviously the shafts changed sort of slightly as to swing speed and bits and pieces. But he was obviously more than happy with those heads and just went, well, I'll just do that.
Correct.
This bloke that had the money to do
whatever he wanted.
Well,
but you got to remember that guys like someone like an Adam Scott. I know he's changed now, but like golf balls as well. Like Adam Scott's had the same golf ball, which is like a 2013 or 14 model, Pro V1 forever, and I think he's now recently changed. But you know what I mean? Like you fall into habits and just wanting to use the same thing. Like as a very very good player like those guys are.
There's lots of that, isn't it?
Of course.
So like you said, golf balls are the same. Rightio, cool. So I'm going to buy some new golf balls. Yep. And you end up walking out with one you've always
Just the same as you always have.
Why? Because I know what they do. I know how to perform. Same thing. I'm going to get a new putter. And then I'll walk out and I've got.
You get exactly the same putter as you got.
And look at it and go, all right, cool. I thought you were going to test some out. Yeah, I did. You know what? So in the end, I basically bought the new model of what I've got.
Well, and then that's sort of the whole point, right? Like it's.
And don't get me wrong, if
to me, if you're going to get another putter, get something different.
If it's so old and it's falling apart, or you've lost it, well, what can you do, right? But you tend to have an idea of even irons and bits and pieces, don't you?
Correct.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm going to get these, and then in the end, you look at it and go, geez, they're pretty similar.
I've just got the upgraded ones of mine, or I don't get anything, which is fair enough.
Yeah. Well, you look at the Richardson, the 5 series.
Oh yeah, sorry,
every one of those.
Because you had the 545, and then the 565 and the 585.
But every one that's come out, you've looked at and gone, well, if I had to pick out of all these clubs, maybe I just slot back to that.
You stay
Why?
yours.
Because they feel the same.
Yeah.
The distance is the same.
Yeah.
They perform the same.
Yeah.
And you just, so even though you have all good, I mean, I do go a bit different. But,
No, yeah, of course.
But do you know what I mean?
I think what you went to is perfect.
Yeah. I think they're really good. But
Because they're a smidgen smaller than yours, but
Yeah.
they're like the old ones,
yeah,
but they're fully forged instead of a steel face. I think that's the big thing.
yeah, still got plenty of forgiveness in them.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to hit them good some days and bad some days.
Correct.
That's the way it goes. But
Yep.
yes, it's very interesting. Like I said, we do. And if you look at a lot of pro golfers, very similar clubs I've had for years and years. You know, a new driver comes out, and because of the colouring or the shape of it, they look at it and go, oh yeah, but I've used this particular shape for like 20 years.
Yep.
Now I can't get my head quite round it. Yes, it's performing all right and everything else, but gee, I hope next year's model goes back to the old shape.
Yeah.
And then you see that. They'll flick it back to the old shape, and those blokes will be going, oh, I love that new driver.
Yeah, correct.
And it's not really going any further or better than the one before. It's
No.
just a fact of just...
Well, you certainly need to know what you
we
like.
become creatures that habit.
The biggest thing, yeah, creatures that have it for sure.
Yep. You see it in every sport.
Well, you see it in life.
Yep.
It's not just sport, but yeah, I know what
I
you're
use
saying.
a cricket bat at £2.10 because everyone's telling you should be 2.8.
Yeah.
Yep, and you go to buy a new one.
Yeah,
it's
and you
2.10.
just yeah, or you get the 2.8 and everyone goes, and then you go, oh, that's crap.
Yeah, crap, don't like it. Because you put it in your head that, no, this is what I like.
Well, I'm not a fan of Callaway drivers in regards to how they look, and I probably still agree with that. Like, don't get me wrong, I think the colouring's good. I think it's all very, very subtle. Nice little light up on the top there. There's nothing going on the top.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like that's for me. I like. Now the shape itself. Like this thing reminds me of a ping. It reminds me of a ping, but a little bit more ball speed and lower spinning. That's about it. Like, and if I bugger all.
I think it's all right. The colour's not.
Put it this way, like I've only hit a few shots, but I was very, very impressed. And look, it's back to the same setup as what I had 5 years ago.
Yep.
You see, because I was thinking about, I've gone, geez, the original Epic Sub-Zero with this shaft in it was amazing. I remember the highest ball speeds, and I mean, look at my hit sideways, but this feels like that, but more friendly.
Yep.
And I thought, why not? Just go exactly the same setup.
Yep.
And let's have a hit. Very impressive. But we have hit 11,000 subscribers, which is great. So thank you, everybody.
Yep.
We've got giveaways coming.
Yep.
Ooh.
So thanks everyone. Thanks everyone that's helped us out. All the golf club companies, everyone.
Yep. They've been brilliant to us.
I can't. Golf courses themselves.
Golf courses,
so golf
especially.
courses, companies. Do you know there's plenty.
Everybody watching.
Golf Zero.
Yeah, absolutely everyone.
Mizuno.
Callaway, TaylorMade, Gripmaster.
Yeah, Gripmaster. Yeah.
Where else do we want to keep going to?
Good grips.
Srixon. So we're basically, we'll talk about it in another video, but we've got a Srixon driver head to give away. I won't give a shaft away because it's a pain in the ass to send. Starts costing a lot of money, especially if it is then overseas. That's going to be the big issue.
Yep.
Golf balls from Srixon, caps from Srixon, caps from Callaway, balls from TaylorMade, maybe a Wilson driver, but that might have to be Australian only, just because it is glued. I can't take the head off or anything, but we'll work that out. Maybe even if this driver does go really, really well, a sim driver head, so we're going to give plenty of stuff away. We're getting new caps made up, getting towels made up, coins made up, so getting some ball markers made up. So trying to do a few things to get some more stuff out there, but we're trying to get away. Maybe at the end of May, about Coffs Harbour.
Yeah.
Did you want to try to do something there?
I reckon that sounds pretty good.
Yeah,
Hopefully
because
the weather will be good. Hopefully it doesn't come in and wash everything away.
That's true.
Because we have had a bit of rain and bits and pieces, but yeah.
So we're looking at heading down to Sawtell. The manager of the place has asked us to come down there. So Sawtell, which is in Coffs Harbour. So you got Sawtell, Coffs, and then you got Bonneville.
Yep.
Just a bit further in, and we played in Nambucca Heads not that long ago. So maybe we'll get back there, but we'll try to work out what the story is.
Yeah, because they had a heap of water at one stage.
Shite loads of rain.
So yeah, but it's a great spot.
It is a very good spot.
Yep, and then Buckhead's golf course,
Correct.
very good.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Plenty of the golf courses have been really good around the place.
Correct.
But yeah, that's about all. Like I said, we don't necessarily change a lot of equipment now and then. We
No.
just like to, you know, now and then.
I think I'm hanging out the new irons. Like, I like my irons. I don't like the shafts in them. I shouldn't have changed. But that's my fault.
I'm pretty well right.
I think you're good.
Like, you know, I mean, do you know, I'm going to hit some bad shots because every now and then I swing bad. But,
Yeah.
do you know, those couple of 3 woods, there was one at Woodford
Yeah.
and there was
Yeah.
one at Pacific, I think on the last. I ploughed that one through the,
Did too.
through the trees up near the green.
Yep.
That's as good as I can do 3 wood.
Yeah, I was going to say, your 3
really,
woods...
like,
I don't know what more you want out of 3 wood, you know what I mean?
No.
Because I'm still using that Strixon. I did change shaft in it though.
Hybrids
I
go
did say I wanted
right.
to change shaft. I did. I decided to.
I don't know, my wedges going right. Wedges a few years old now, but I
Yeah,
like
they're still good.
I like them so much that
I've probably still got mine in the
Fine.
car because I've still got the Mizuno's, the T20s. So if you want to muck around with them, you could. I got some Strixons there, Cleveland's there if you want as well. You know, so you could muck around with some shit.
yeah, I think we will. But yeah, look, do you know
Yeah,
what?
I think they're pretty good.
I like wedges, like you said, the putter I like. Yeah, it's a bit like that, but it's always nice to try a few things.
Yeah.
And also for us, it's nice because you get some people that ask you. So have you tried the new wedges? Because they're up for new gear. So it's always nice to be able to go, I hit the new Cleveland wedges or I hit the new TaylorMade wedges. Yep, I think they were really good.
Just TaylorMade's got new wedges coming pretty soon.
Yeah.
Well, towards the end of the year.
Just
the
because we
NG3s.
don't have them in it, we can't have everything in our bag.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
Unless we just get like one of everything. But
This is also the back end of the video, so no one's going to hear this. The whatever is replacing the Sim 2, I've heard this third or fourth hand. It's come from a European tour rep through to somebody else through to Tyler. Anyways, he goes, the new TaylorMade driver, this is words out of the third hand, is going to revolutionise the game.
didn't the new driver just come out?
Yeah, but I mean, there'll be a new one at the start of next year.
Alright.
You know, they seem to be doing it a year cycle, TaylorMade.
Revolutionise it.
Revolutionise!
Is it that one where you just put it behind?
Yeah, just push the button.
Yeah.
That's about the only thing that could revolutionise the game, right?
Well, you still have to swing. Like.
Yeah, I know.
So unless you can revolutionise everybody's swing,
Unless you can turn it into
that's what we're
Iron
going to
Man.
give away. That's what we're going to give away for our 11,000 subscribers. My swing. So if anyone would like it, just comment below and they can have it.
Whose would you take? If you had to take something, because if you don't have a golf swing, then you can't play.
Adams.
Would you?
Adam Scott's.
Speaking of Adam Scott,
He's got a pretty nice swing.
Adam Scott, Royal Queensland, Cameron Smith. Cameron Smith won.
Or Jim Furyk.
You and Jim couldn't be brothers. So Cam won the other week.
Adam Scott's got a beautiful golf swing.
Yeah, correct.
And you know what? Hits it a mile, beautiful golf swing, and been playing for a long time now, and you don't seem have a massive amount of injuries. So clearly it sort of works and goes okay.
Yeah, that's
Do you know
true.
what I mean? I would have said Jay Days, but he seems to have. So whether it's him or his swing or whatever.
Yeah.
But Adam Scott's is beautiful. I doubt if. I would say that the average golfer, if you said, we'll give Adam Scott's swing, that I reckon, 90% of people would take it,
Yeah.
wouldn't they?
Yeah, that's true.
That's
I
what think.
completely agree.
Yep.
All right, let's finish up here because we'll get that other video done.
Yep. Beautiful. So yeah.
So
that's about it.
thanks for your 11,000. Pacific Golf Club coming up with Zach, myself, Jason, Richo.
Yep. Any more questions?
More questions, definitely need to.
About
Rich has Randall come back at some stage. He's been ranting off camera about
everything.
Caitlyn Jenner. Did you see she's running for governor?
Yep.
She's running for governor.
Governor.
The-
No, that was Arnie.
That was Avi.
Yeah, the governor.
And did you see she is... Look, this could be controversial, but I'm saying it. but she said it. She is looking at pulling transgender women out of girls' sports.
Out of girls' sport.
Yes, because
Sorry.
so a biological male born
Yep.
transitions to a female,
Yep.
which is a transgender female,
So where do they play?
may have their own thing.
Their own thing. That's all. That's okay if you got the numbers.
Well, but that's right. So you're,
if you got a national athletics and you've got enough
yeah, if you've got enough transgender women,
transgender women to run a race, that's okay.
correct. But if you don't,
But if you don't, you're just running a race against yourself.
well, then you're then what? You
And then don't
is
you
then it
exclude
okay
them
as a
more?
biological male who has got so much testosterone in their body then is faster and stronger than a biological female? Is that then fair or not? I think it's pretty interesting.
It's interesting. Like I said, where you sort of slot in. Yeah. Good luck.
Correct. So California, the governess of California.
Oh, it's got to get in first.
Well, that's true. But anyway,
Yeah.
it's be interesting to see what happens because the world is
America's going pretty good.
pretty interesting. It's going the same as the UK, mate, isn't it?
What, UK's alright?
No, I never said it wasn't. It's going good.
I go alright. Bit of trouble with their protesting at the soccer.
Oh, mate.
They called this morning's game off because they invaded the pitch.
Did they?
Yeah, because they weren't real happy with the owners. Because they want to join that Super League.
Oh.
Yeah, so they invade the pitch. Yeah, a few hundred of them. They called the game off. So it was too dangerous.
Too dangerous.
Because they kept invading the pitch because they're not happy.
Everything's too dangerous. Have a look at this. There's an edge on a table. We probably should get rid of that too. You want to sort that out, mate?
It's one of those things when you have that sort of private ownership, I suppose, of
The Clive
sport
Palmer-esques.
Yeah. Look,
I own the
they've had-
course. I can do whatever I
They've
want.
had different troubles with lots of different teams, you know, soccer teams here in Australia, rugby league teams. You know, you look at Newcastle a few years ago, and you end up with the one owner, and the thoughts may vary from fans or where it needs to go. But of course,
That's
I
life.
go, well, I own it.
Yeah. But that's true. But that's life. Like, you're going to differ in opinion, which is not a bad thing.
Yeah. Yeah, but they'll sort themselves out.
Perfect, it will. Right. Stay tuned for the 11K giveaway. Like I said, we'll do a video talking about it and
Yep.
what's going to happen. We haven't figured it out yet because everything we do is on the fly. So,
Yeah, pretty fly for a white guy.
so let's see what happens. Thanks for watching. Thanks for 11,000.
Maybe we'll just look. Do you know what? We'll give back to people. Maybe
Yes.
we'll just do a video where we'll just sing.
Okay, we're going to give
That'll-
back.
That'll give back to all those people. I'll be able to listen to our beautiful voices.
Baby, come back.
Oh,
Duet.
duet. Have to be a duet, wouldn't it?
Just live without you.
YMCA.
Oh, can you? Have you got your phone with you? Have you got your phone? You're gonna have to show it. No. Can we? Have you got it? Have you got your phone here? I don't think you do. I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Oh, it's in
Oh,
my
it's in your
pocket.
skyrocket.
It's in my pocket.
Let's finish off. I mean, this will probably get copyrighted, but that's all right. Let's show 6 seconds of Richo singing.
God, I gotta find it now.
Well, mate, you'll find it. You showed me the other week. We need 6 seconds, and that's what we're finishing off with. Oh, here we go.
Which one do you want?
I want this one.
Yeah, I'll put it
gonna
on
do-
pause.
Okay.
'Cause I've
Can,
got to turn it up now.
do you reckon you could send me that?
Yeah.
Can you? Yeah, I'll send myself that. I'll put it on this video.
You don't want to put it up.
No, let's not. But have a look at Richard's face. Actually, go back so it just it runs through.
So, do you want, I'll put it without the sound.
Okay, just so that people can see the visual. Let's get that way up there. Have a look at this guy. All right, I'll put that up for 6 seconds or something like that. Oh, it's Gary Sweet singing a song.
Yep, he's good.
Right. We'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for 11,000. We'll see you when we see you. Enjoy
Beautiful.
Pacific in a few nights' time.
Yep,
Rip it.
young man.
Well, we're dead set going to be copyrighted for you doing that because it's perfect. Mate, I think it's fantastic.
Like a young rock.
Yeah, the young rock.
Old rock.
No. Right. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Beautiful.
Bye.